I've always been someone to worry about the transience of time. Every moment that passes by, every opportunity that slips through my fingertips, every memory that I fail to capture. We say that this desire to hang on to memory is human nature, and our attachment to sharing them is inevitable. Our minds are saturated with likes, follows, clicks, and comments. Our validation is vested in superficial adoration, and we are so comprised of our digital persona that our identity has become vested in gray matter. Every moment that I share, I say, is a documentation of my life, but truthfully, it really isn't. It's honestly all lies. This video aims to capture our true motivations behind posting a photo, to unveil really how fake social media can be. This whole online thing is a facade, and I'm guilty of it. This is not me. But this is.
Is this recording?
I can't do this.
Oh my god!
My name is Cooper.
Alexa,
Micah.
Chelsea, and
Evelyn.
And this is me.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, how's your day been?
Grand. How is yours?
Good. Okay, so for this, I'm just gonna be showing you photos from your Instagram and asking you a couple questions about them, about what you were trying to portray on Instagram versus what's actually happening.
Well, what I was trying to portray is it's a cool fish and it matches the color of my orange jacket. What was really going on is I was there with my grandpa who lives in Walla Walla, and he decided to take me and a couple of my cousins out on a ocean charter off the coast of Oregon, and it was really cool because I don't get to see him a lot, and recently he's been having a lot of health issues, so it was really important to me to get to go on that trip with him.
Yeah, so that was my senior trip. I could go anywhere, and then I decided to go to Olympic National Park with my dad to backpack. Got to have a picture of me cheesing for the Instagram, you know, to show off, because it can't all be like nature pictures.
this picture makes me cringe because it's like one of two pictures I have that are just like me, and I posted it because I wanted attention because I had just gotten out of a breakup. I wanted to post something so that people would be like, oh, you look good. I edited it a lot. I put like a lot of like filters on it. I didn't really like Facetune my face or anything, but I just wanted it to look really good. Look at it and I like don't like it because I know that it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna post a fun picture. It was like a lot went into it that was really unnecessary.
It was my 18th birthday, so I wanted to take cute photos. So I made this little backdrop and got the balloon. It was very chaotic because we were trying to do our our Christmas dinner and open presents, but then also have cake and sing happy birthday to me, I guess.
I actually love this photo. So this photo has a lot of people who are super important to me and who were involved in a lot of the things that I was. This was taken at the climate strike that I helped organize. It was after the rally happened, and the rally was really cool. There was a lot of people there, but then we were like, okay, we got to take a photo. And I think that dynamic was really interesting because as we were like, we need to take a photo, I was like, okay, but like, why do we need to take this? And for me, it was like, I really want to publish and like have these cute photos that show this cool thing that I've been involved in.
That is a picture that we got taken at our state IE tournament and debate last year. My friend Sky always has me take hundreds of pictures of her, literally like so many pictures of her all the time because I'm just used to it at this point in the moment, but it became really stressful because like I feel like that day was mostly about just like having good photos, and even though it was like a really good time, I felt like it was just about like photos. And so I took so many pictures that day, and then in the end she posted this one photo, and when I saw it I was extremely mad, and I called her and I said, Sky, how could you do this to me? And she was like, it's not a big deal. And then I texted everyone. I sent a screenshot to every one of my friends. I was like, can you believe this? Can you believe this? She actually did this to me. And I was like, how could you do this? This is actually like backstabbing me. Like, you see my face, I look like a demon. Like, it was supposed to be a silly photo, but guess what? Everyone was being fake silly and everyone looks good, but I'm actually making a weird face. And I zoomed in and I was like, I do not look human right now. Like, that does not even, like our friendship versus like matching your feed. Like, we got into a huge argument about like posting Instagram photos where like we all look good in, and I contacted Instagram and asked them to untag me. And so people can look at that photo, and everyone knows it's me, obviously, because everyone that follows her basically knows me, but they can't track me down.
Is my OG thirst trap. Halloween is infamous for being a little risque, and so I took this photo with my friend Brick in the bathroom after I dyed his hair white, like with like spray dye. Like 4 different pictures. We used different like mirrors because there's different mirrors in the bathroom. We're like, which one has the best angles? Took the picture. I liked it. I ended up editing it because I thought my legs looked too pale, and so I just like increased the warmth, and then I was like increase fade, and then I touched the like Lux thing, which I don't know what that means, but whenever you like slide it, it makes the picture totally different. I like slid it a little bit, and it was way too bad, so I went back to normal, and then I moved on and I pressed post, and then I was like, oh my god, my mom is going to see this.
Okay, so this was, I went to visit my family's friend, or my friend's family in Argentina for a month. Like, they didn't have like tile or anything, they had like dirt floors, so it was like a pretty big it was like a significant change, so I wanted to remember like the moment in all these pictures. But also like I posted more pictures of like me smiling and stuff rather than like the town or like the stray dogs on the street or like the place I stayed. So like I wanted the attention of like other people to see my face, you know, like smiling and like looking happy.
In that photo, I'm at Green Bluff. This is in the middle of like, I had like 3 tests due the next day, and I'm over here procrastinating and pretending to have a great time while I'm simultaneously feeling guilty for not studying for chemistry and biology and my writing exam.
But you still posted the
terrible.
photo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had to. It's like cow trains.
I went to Europe 2 years ago with my sister and one of my aunts. This is our stop in Slovakia. Overall, the trip was very exhausting, and sometimes the attitudes of my fellow travelers were not as great, but this photo does not portray that. This photo portrays me having a fantastic time with gelato in my hand.
Now I'm just going to ask you a couple follow-up questions about identity. So how would you describe yourself in terms of your physical appearance, your hobbies?
I feel like those 2 things are very separate. So like objectively, I am a white 18-year-old female.
Based on like what I talk about, what I portray on social media, such stuff like that. I'm a runner. Kind of have that physique, I guess.
Definitely not your average looking person of my ethnicity.
I would say I'm a pretty happy person, pretty carefree.
How would you define identity?
I would define identity as who you are to yourself, I think.
I define and determine identity as who I believe I am and who I believe I'm going to become.
Identity. I'd say that identity is, I think it's everything that encapsulates you.
So do you think that identity, so your identity, is reflected on your Instagram account?
Yeah, well that's like when I'm asking myself like what do I want to portray on my Instagram, I ask like so I identify as a soccer player, so then I posted a picture of like me like finishing up me playing soccer, then I identify as like a son, so then I posted a picture of my mom, and then
If you Google me, no, because my like track record from 6th grade in like actual track, like my different times, comes up as one of the first search results. no idea why. But my Instagram and the way that I choose to exist on social media, I think is a little bit more accurate, just because I do try to keep it updated. I do try to be real. Like, I've just never been too into like trying to be perfect in post.
Well, actually, when I think about it, I don't like people seeing my Instagram just because it's not like good like Instagram feed. It kind of just like forwards like, oh, I have to post like a prom picture because everyone posts a prom picture. Like, I have to do this because everyone posts and stuff. And so I've just kind of like, the way I see it is I just don't like people coming across my Instagram, not because I'm like really embarrassed or anything, but just because I just don't like how it is. I don't think it's like an accurate representation of who I am. And I don't want people to like, because when you find out about someone or whatever, you always look up their Instagram. And I don't want people to like look at my Instagram and think that's me, because I just don't feel like that's what I am.
A big part of my identity is my running, and I mean, that's twice a day, every day, and so it's a big part of my life, and I find a lot of myself in that. But past that, you don't see like school, you don't see my friends like every single day that help me through life. You don't see all that kind of stuff through my Instagram. So
Instagram is doing this thing where they hide the likes on a photo. How do you feel about this?
I think it's cool. It makes sense to me. I understand like the reason that they did it. Probably really healthy, because I feel like there's a lot of quantitative things on Instagram that make people feel more or less of a good or valued person, and likes were a main portion of that.
Yeah, that's good. Because like, it shouldn't, what's important is that you're sharing with your friends, not that you got likes. We care way too much. Like, if we didn't care, that wouldn't be a problem. It's just that we identify with as someone who cares about the number of likes that we get. And so it, like, the fact that we choose to participate, we're engaging in a dynamic that's optional, really. And so, I mean, it's hard to say like, oh, it's like society.
So, what do you wish your followers knew about you?
I wish my followers knew that I'm a fun, like, approachable person, and I guess you can't always tell that by someone's like Instagram.
I wish that they knew that I don't care about like their filters or like how pretty their face looks like. That's not really important. Like, what's important is like genuine moments like with your friends, or like what's important to you rather than like what you think will be important to other people. Probably.
One last thing. So here's your phone.
Uh-huh.
I want you to go onto your Instagram app and look at your activity from yesterday.
My activity. Time on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
1 hour, 29 minutes, daily average. Average
So-
time you spent per day using the Instagram app. Okay.
How does that make you feel?
I feel like it's alright.
It's not even a lot. You want me to read my daily average? It's 1 hour and 34 minutes. That's it.
How does that number make you feel?
Good, I guess. I thought it was a lot worse than that.
Thank you, Chelsea.
Okay, thanks.